abandoned parking lots of the world. And want to remind everyone, I've got a new feature on the channel, and it's called Super Thanks. So during a live stream like this, or a studio live stream, you can do super chat, which is a great way to further support the channel. But now for any of my videos, you can choose to do what's called Super Thanks. So if you look at any of my videos now, down below, they'll say, it's like it's an icon that says thanks, and it looks like a heart type icon. You can choose to click that, and then you can directly support my channel by way of the Super Thanks video or Super Thanks icon that appears below any of my videos. So now it's not limited to super chats during live streams only. Now you can do a Super Thanks for any of my previously recorded videos. So that's a huge upgrade to the channel's monetization. So that is deeply appreciated. I'm glad I got to the y'all's support, your viewership, subscriptions, getting me to the point to where I was eligible for Super Thanks. I mean, that's huge. Thank you all, man. Thank you all for that. So yeah, so just out here walking and doing a live show, trying to burn some fat as usual. That's what walking's all about, man. I'm just trying to get out and burn some stuff. I ate a bunch of chicken wings, so I got to burn that off. Get some chicken wings. I'll tell you a trick. What you can do, you go to, and I'm not trying to give them a bad name, but again, I don't filter anything on this channel. I just tell you what I think. I used to like Buffalo Wild Wings. I like to go there and get the wings, and this was back 15 so years ago, and it was always good. You could get a bunch of chicken wings and some celery and carrots, and it was a good, just good bar food. Man, talk about recently, SoCal Seth, what's up, man? Always good to have SoCal. SoCal Seth is a long-term subscriber and supporter of Irish Guys Adventure Channel. Always good to have you aboard. What you up to, man? What you up to on this Saturday? Now, Saturday, if you're in the United States of America, if you're somewhere else, which I know SoCal Seth is probably in the United States, but if you were across the pond and or somewhere else, you might be a different day, or you might be on the moon. You could be at the moon base. That begs the question: what would be the time zone for the moon? So, if you're going out and it's like, hey man, what you doing this weekend? And you're talking to Elon Musk, and he's like, oh, I'm going to the moon. Oh, really? So, if you were doing a moon trip with someone like Elon Musk, you're like, hey, yeah, let's go have some beers. Let's go to the moon base. Okay, let's hop in my SpaceX and fly on up there. When you got to the moon, what would be the time zone? What would be the day? How would you calculate that? So if you took off, let's say just a few years down the road, and you just had like a personal spaceship, and you got in it, say in New York City. Once you left New York City and made it to the moon, what would be the day, and what would be the time? That's an interesting thing to ponder. So comment below, tell me what you think. Let's see, seeing up to film another. Oh, wait a minute, setting up to film another packing how-to video. Cool. What kind of stuff? If you don't mind me asking, SoCal Seth, if you don't mind me asking, what kind of stuff are you packing up? That's an interesting, packing how-tos are very interesting. That's very interesting subject matter, because people pack things for various reasons. Backpacking, maybe somebody's moving, maybe somebody is just going on a big trip, and they got to pack a suitcase. What's the proper way to pack a suitcase? One thing that a lot of people don't take into consideration is that, well, a few things when you're packing for travel, for example, air travel. So you may pack everything to the gills, not anticipating bringing back some souvenirs. I know if I'm flying places, especially the Caribbean, I always bring back a bunch of liquor. Well, when you do that, where are you going to put it if you filled your stuff up on the way down? And then, another packing mistake, especially with air travel, if people are packing a bag for an airplane, they often don't anticipate losing their luggage. Whoa, there's a siren. They're coming after me. I do carry-on only pack. That's a great topic. Yeah, SoCal Seth, carry-on packing that carry-on bag is super important, because if you can pack everything you need into a carry-on, there's a lot of value add there. The primary value add is that you're probably not going to lose that bag. Although there are the times at the gate that they'll be like, well, we need to take your carry-on bag. And I'm like, no, you're not taking my carry-on bag. I'm keeping it with me because I don't want you to lose it. But, typically with a carry-on bag, unless it's stolen while you're going to the latrine or something on the plane, or the side of the plane falls out and the bag falls out, out of the plane, you're probably not going to lose it. Really, with a carry-on bag, probably the only way to lose it is in that situation where they say, well, we don't have enough overhead storage space, so we got to collect your carry-on bags, which means basically your carry-on bag at that point becomes a checked bag, and it's likely to be lost. Probably not as likely to be lost as a bag that was checked in when you got to the airport with the intentions of having that bag at your, being able to collect that bag once you hit your final destination. But yeah, I don't, if you can pack for the plane, ninja level tips, cool. SoCal Seth, you'll have to share that video, man. Share that video on the Irish Guy Facebook, and I'll share it out, because those are amazing tips for any traveler, business traveler, vacation, or whatever. You got to know how to pack, light, and how to pack, pack to where you got plenty of room for everything you're taking, but again, anticipating bringing it back. And that's, maybe some other items when you return. You need to have that extra space. So yeah, that's a great tutorial topic. How to pack a carry-on bag. That's that's super important. But yeah, that's the thing. If you're packing carry-on and checked bags, what people often don't think about is, what if their checked bag's lost? So I've been in situations where I've been way in the middle of nowhere. I'm talking, just another country out in the middle of nowhere on some remote island with an airport that's not even large enough for a jet. You gotta take a boat to it. So there's a lot of logistical challenges getting your checked bags there. So I've been in situations where I got there and checked bag didn't arrive. The good thing is that I had enough in my carry-on bag to get by. But the other thing too is that when you're traveling with all your photo and video equipment, like I do, Irish Guys Adventure Channel, gotta make those, gotta film those videos, man. That's why I travel. So when I'm traveling with all that gear, now that is mostly in my carry-on bag, which means I don't have a lot of room for clothing and stuff in my carry-on bag, if any room. So, that puts me in a weird situation when I travel. If my check bag was lost, I'd be in a world of hurt. I was in cul-de-sac in St. Martin on the French side. Got there, didn't have the bag. Didn't have the check bag. But Bruno went and found the bag because he spoke French. I didn't speak French. I couldn't really communicate with the airport and explain that I was staying on the French side of the island. I don't speak French and I don't have my bag. But he was able to pull some miracles and get our bag, which was pretty cool. You can get in some weird situations if you didn't pack properly or you didn't pack the correct stuff in the correct bag. And again, to SoCal Seth's point, doing that carry-on bag, that's the best way to do it. I mean, if you can, like he was saying, like the ninja packing, and I look forward to that video. Check out and subscribe to SoCal Seth's channel and check out his ninja packing video for carry bag. And that is priceless information right there, man. So yeah, just be sure that you plan ahead with these things, because you get in a lot of trouble. SoCal Seth said, I learned how to carry on only pack because of a lost bag on direct flight. Ended up at a marketing conference with no suit. You got to have the suit at the marketing conference. And if that's funny, man, a suit, you can't just run down the corner store and buy one, depending upon where you are. And even if you're in a big market and there's a bunch of the people that make the suits, you often probably can't just go in and get measured and tailored on the spot. So yeah, you're in a world of hurt if you if you're doing business travel and you lose your suit. So that, I bet that was awkward. People were like, man, this dude's underdressed. You're at a marketing conference and you come out, you only wear a suit. So what did you do? I mean, did you just like wear a dress shirt, or did you just go all out and say, forget about it, and just wear shorts and flip-flops? I mean, what'd you do? How did you handle that unexpected challenge as a result of a check bag containing your suit being lost? That is crazy, man. Yeah, so that's an awesome topic, man. Everybody subscribe. Check out SoCal Seth's carry-on bag packing tutorial videos. That's some awesome content. But yeah, Buffalo Wild Wings. So, again, I don't like to give anybody a bad name, but I don't like to distort the truth either. So here's what I found. I used to like Buffalo Wild Wings B-dubs 15, 20 years ago. They had good chicken. They had good, traditional wings. They had good boneless wings or chicken tenders. They had quality ingredients at that point in time. Now, their chicken, especially the traditional wings, I hate to say it, it's inedible. It really is. Luckily, I wasn't speaking. I just rolled with it. Talking about losing this suit. I got personality, at least. There you go, man. You made the best of a challenging situation. Marketing conference with no suit to wear because the airline lost it. That's what you got to do, man. You got to improvise. So yeah, Buffalo Wild Wings, B-dubs. Man, the freaking traditional wings are inedible, in my opinion. Now, it's awful. Now, the others, the boneless, are pretty good. But here's a trick. You can buy, at most any store, you can buy the Buffalo Wild Wings brand sauces. Like your Asian Zing and your Parmesan garlic and all of that, whatever you like. So the way to do it now, if you really like their sauces, which I do, is, just get those and do your own, air fry your own traditional wings. That's what I did last night. I did a smoke and an air fry, and that resulted in I had quality ingredients, and then I used the sauce. So you get it was kind of like the old school B-dubs. You got the flavor of their sauce, but you got the quality ingredients because you bought your own chicken. You didn't go in there to eat. But yeah, so that's kind of what I do. Well, it's not kind of what I do, it is what I do. And something else you may not be aware of if you've never had it, there's a competitor, and it's actually, you might like the flavor a little bit more. You can get and I don't want to call it like knockoff Buffalo Wild Wing sauce, but I guess it kind of is. I mean, I'm sure they don't market that way, but if you look at the bottles, it's easy to tell what it's impersonating. You can get the Great Value, which is Walmart brand, just the store brand. They have a garlic Parmesan sauce for wings that's really good. They also have an Asian type sauce. So, if you want to save a few bucks, get a good sauce to toss your wings and or tenders in. It's It's good. SoCal Seth says, I agree on B-dubs. Once Wall Street got a hold of them, it's crap. No, it is. The sauces, now they're traditional, their old school sauces are still good. You know, Parmesan garlic, Asian zing, you know, their buffalo sauces, those are good. Some of this new stuff that they come out with for marketing purposes is terrible. They've got a new one. It's like a, what is it, Doritos or something? What's the one that's out now? It's awful. Tried it the other day. It was terrible. So, yeah, you're right. Once Wall Street got a hold of them, they just kind of went down. They went down, down, down. That's what happens a lot of the time. You know, these companies, they become all about the street, and they don't, you know, they're not necessarily chasing quality, because quality may be too expensive, you know, for them to boost their price per share. So they often cut quality, and actually it's damaging, because, you know, you'll steer your customers away, and when your customers go away and you're not generating as much revenue, then guess what? Stock price plummets too. So there's a fine line there. But yeah, Wall Street typically runs a lot of businesses, and that's not just with the restaurant industry. That's with you know, most any product and or service. I mean, you know, going public, becoming a publicly traded company, often it introduces a lot of outside influence, and, you know, ultimately at that point it's not about I mean, people could have a good year, a good financial year with their company, but if they're publicly traded, then it's, you know, the good financial year is not good enough, because everybody wants to make more and more and more. So, you know, in my opinion, you know, there's advantages to going, you know, becoming publicly traded, but, you know, depends on your type of business and, you know, your long-term vision. SoCal Seth says, I make my own sauces from scratch now. Buffalo style is easy too. Yeah, me too, man. I do one. I just get some, I like that. If you get that Frank's Red Hot sauce, it's kind of a base. One of the things I do is I get that, and then I get some butter, and then I get some garlic, finely chopped fresh garlic clove. If you don't have that, you know, garlic powder will suffice. Put that in with a little bit of Worcestershire, and you know, stir that up, bring it to a boil. That butter in there gives it that buttery, you know, instead of just like a hot sauce, it gives it that buttery type feel, adds to the flavor profile, and then that Worcestershire kind of gives it a unique color. And man, that stuff's so good. Get that, put it beside a tub of ranch dressing, and just dip and dip and dip and eat, man. Devour. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. So, yeah, making your own sauce, man, you can't beat that. So, what SoCal Seth, speaking of sauces, what are your sauces? What's your favorite sauce to make for chicken wings? What's your favorite kind of go-to wing sauce that's homemade? Man, wings are good. I can't wait until wings, the quality wings, and you can get them now. You know, a few months ago, it was a next to impossible task to find quality chicken wings. Talking about flats and drumettes. You know, it was hard. It was next to impossible to find those. Man, look at this stuff. All this trash from that pandemic. There's evidence everywhere that it was once here. It's ridiculous. People just throwing that trash away. So, whoa, I got those little kookaburras on my socks, man. Look at these things right here, man. Well, if it'll focus on it, hold on. So I get the autofocus to work. Oh, there it is. See that? Whoa. Those things, they look innocent, but they get it. Oh. Got all of my socks, man. They're cutting me. Look at that. Cutting through my sock into my skin, making me bleed. Kookaburras. You walk through tall grass, you can get kookaburras all over you. It's not pleasant, but it's better than stepping in a fire ant hill. You ever stepped in a fire ant hill? Had ants all up and down your legs and ants in your pants, and you get these stings, and they call them fire ants because basically, let's see, that's a That's a dilapidated fire ant hill right there. We'll try to find a full-size fire ant hill and excite those ants so you can see them go everywhere. But those things sting you or bite you, it feels like fire. That's why they call it fire ants. So imagine a few hundred or a few thousand fire ants crawling up from the ground up your, getting in your shoes. If you're wearing shoes, they're stinging your feet. Then they're crawling up your leg into your pants. You got ants in your pants, man. That is it could be a painful experience. So, just something to be aware of. SoCal Seth talking about wing sauce is saying my go-to is either buffalo or garlic parmesan. Though I'm a blue cheese guy myself. Yeah. Blue cheese. It's funny. I've got a large quantity of friends that prefer the blue cheese and a lot that prefer the ranch. So, either dipping option is perfectly fine. It's just a matter of the one you like best. Blue cheese is good. I like blue cheese. Man, there's something about ranch, not just ranch. Something I like to do is get the, I like to keep it, I keep it super lean with the ingredients cost, but I found there is the same, I was talking about the sauce, the knockoff Buffalo Wild, the great value sauces. They also make a great value Chipotle ranch dressing. And that stuff, man, if you ever try that, it is amazing. There's a fire ant bed right there. Look at that. About fire ants. If I stepped in that, man, they'd be all in my shoes. They'd be on my legs. They'd run up my pants. And I would be burning everywhere. So you got to watch out for those things, man. But the Chipotle ranch is often a good option for a dipping sauce. Something a little bit different that you may not think about. And again, I just get that generic Chipotle ranch dressing. It tastes good. Now, if you really want to get crazy, you can go out. You can grow some ghost peppers, man. You just go get some ghost pepper seeds and grow some ghost peppers and make your own spices. You do that, then you're taking your wing production to the next level. Not just the next level from quality and freshness perspective, but also uniqueness and just overall, you're in direct control of the spice level at that point. Because you can prepare those peppers however you feel is best for your personal palate. You can make them where they're really hot, where your whole face goes on fire for a few minutes, or you can, dumb it down a little bit, dilute it, and make it to where you still get, that's one thing about ghost pepper. It's not just the heat. When you're dealing with ghost pepper, you're getting the flavor of ghost pepper. In my opinion, ghost pepper is one of the best tasting peppers out there. But again, you can go to the extreme and you can get it really hot, and some people like it really hot, but still with ghost pepper, even really hot, you still get the flavor. And that's something with some of the peppers. I'm not a fan of the Carolina Reaper. It's extremely hot, but it just doesn't have that flavor that comes from ghost pepper, in my opinion. So, ooh, there's sirens, man. They're coming after me, dog. They're coming after me. Oh, yeah. I gotta watch out. I gotta run. I gotta run, man. I'm not gonna run. I'm walking because I ate a ton of wings, man. Just trying to burn off that wing fat. Trying to make it fly away. There's another fire ant, man. Look at that. Look at that. Look at those ants, man. Look at that. Look at all those ants. Now those aren't fire ants. Those are just black ants, but they'll still bite you. Now if you find fire ants, I was talking about earlier, you get fire ants in your pants, those are the ones that'll really burn. And, pretty much, actually I think, and I may be wrong, but I think in certain situations, if you have too many fire ants sting you simultaneously. It could be very dangerous. I mean, I don't know if it'd be fatal, but it could be, I guess. Yeah, especially if you're allergic to fire ants. Ghost pepper is too much for my blood. Yeah, ghost pepper. So you probably like habanero, is that right? Do you go to habanero, or do you stick with some chipotle, or what's your spice preference? What's your spice preference, SoCal Seth? Oh, I got those kookaburras again. Got them all, man. I walking through this grass. Look at that. Those kookaburras. Kookaburras everywhere, man. All in my socks, stabbing my feet. Ow. And you want to get these out too, because if you don't, and then you wash your socks in your washing machine, well, then what happens is they may come off your socks and they get in your underwear. So you don't realize that you put your underwear on, you got a kookaburra on there because it came off your sock in the washing machine, and now you got a kookaburra on your you know what, and that doesn't feel good. You don't want that. So always proactively inspect your feet for kookaburras after walking through kookaburra infested territory. So here we go. We're going to walk back by this famous area, this undisclosed location where they just so happen to leave RJ11 and RJ45 exposed at the street. What a shame, man. Look at that. RJ45 just sitting there. Hey, plug me in, man, plug me in. I'm not gonna do that because it's not my network. But if it was my network, I would not leave my RJ45 and just hanging out at the street. Now, is it connected to anything on the other side? Probably so, because if they're stupid enough to leave it just dangling out there, they probably didn't disconnect it at the switch end. So, and always be aware of network security. I mean, that's just a gross oversight. So Cal says I'm to a jalapeno chipotle level. You know, chipotle or chipotle, however you say it, is actually, you know, if you don't want the heat, the burn, set your face on fire, set your insides on fire, that you can get from is that a bullet? I mean, not a bullet, but a shell. It's big, whatever it is. Huh, no, I don't think so. But yeah, if you don't want the set your face, set your mouth, your insides on fire that you get from ghost pepper or Carolina Reaper, chipotle, or chipotle, however you say it, is a good flavor because you get that really good. And again, I like jalapeno as well, but from a flavor profile perspective, I think that chipotle is the better tasting pepper. It's just kind of a smokiness. It's very good. And you know, that's something you can use. I mean, not just for chicken wings. I mean, you can enhance the flavor pretty much. Brad, welcome aboard, sir. Brad, another long time subscriber and supporter of the channel. Good to see you. Anything new, Brad? We've been talking about peppers and chickens. Anything new in the drone arena? Anything new and exciting that you found with drones? Or are you still holding out for the DJI Mini 3, whatever they may call it? What's your current your drone of choice? Any new drone stories? You've been harassed while you've been flying? Have you had any catastrophic failures with any of your drones? Is there anything? Tell us about it, man. Out here burns fat. I burned approximately 251 calories so far. So this is just the cardio portion. Tone the muscles, man. Got to look good. Got to look good. Got a new studio. The crew is building it. The new studio is going to be fairly large. It's going to have a separate HVAC so that it can be, the temperature can be regulated independent of the other spaces in this studio area. So it's gonna be very, very, what's the word for it? Energy efficient. And when it's not in use, you know, when I'm not in there filming and editing, I can, you know, I can turn off the HVAC and not consume any electricity. And actually, something I want to do is make it a completely off the grid YouTube studio. You know, solar energy, wind energy. You know, powered. You know, a self-sufficient YouTube studio. You know, not having to be connected to the power grid. So that's a big project. It's a very, so let's see. SoCal Seth said, what happened to my chat box? Let's see. That's weird. I saw SoCal Seth comment about peppers, and when I'm trying to pop it back up here, it's like, oh, there it goes. Ancho chilies aren't hot, but they have great flavor. I use them for steak rub. Oh, gotta rub a steak. That's a great use case for, yeah, I'll have to check. I've never had an ancho or ancho, however you pronounce it. I've never had one of those. So I'm adding that reminder to my to-do list, man. That's a good idea. Hey, a steak rub, yeah. Yeah, that's another, man, talking about peppers, man, you know. Rubbing that on the steak, giving that steak that good, that enhanced flavor profile. You know, peppers aren't going to overpower it, but they're going to really make that meat taste even better. So, yeah, man, that's exceptional. Steak rub, a pepper steak rub. Good stuff, good stuff. Just a general reminder for everyone. Warning, parking violators will be immobilized and charge a service fee. That's right, man. Got to follow the rules, man. Just a gentle reminder. Now I hear sirens coming. They're coming to get me, man. Hey, you're coming to get me. Craziness. I don't know if y'all could hear the sirens on the live stream or not. They're coming after me. They're coming after me. Whew, man. Well, estimated 275 calories burned so far, which isn't bad. It's not great, but that's the thing, man. You just got to walk. You got to walk. And it's better when you walk and you do a live stream, because then, you know, you get super chats. You get to chat with your viewers and subscribers, and it's really cool stuff. Like I said, the studio that's undergoing radical overhaul is going to be great. So I'm excited to get that up and operational. Feels like it's going to rain, but there's no rain in the forecast. Who knows? Yep, so drones, hoping for that new USB rechargeable drone from DJI. You know, whether it's the DJI Mini Pro or they call it the DJI Mini 3, you know, something even better than the DJI Mini 2. I mean, that's a phenomenal drone, but if you can take that camera to the next level, you know, you've got something that there's really no reason at that point to consider any other drone. So, you know, I think that's why they've kind of waited. You know, they want to sell their existing drones. You know, they want to sell their Mavic 3s. They want to sell their larger drones. Got to run, bro. Have an awesome weekend. SoCal Seth, you too. I need to run too. I'm just gonna keep walking for a little bit, and appreciate the chat, man. Always good to have you here. Have a great weekend. Okay, so I've walked 2 miles. That's not great, but it's better than walking 0 miles. I keep following these arrows here, man. Keep walking. Follow the arrows to weight loss. The arrows to weight loss, man. Just keep following the arrows. So yeah, so drones, yep, the new DJI Mini 3 or DJI Mini Pro, whatever they're gonna call it. Super excited about that. Definitely a drone I'll be picking up, definitely. So it's just a matter of time. You know, they gotta release it first, and then of course, as soon as they do, you'll find the unboxing video, the field test videos, reviews, how-tos. You'll find it all here, and you'll be able to find where to order the drone on epicdroneshow.com. Just go to irixguy.com or epicdroneshow.com and click buy a drone. You can buy a drone there. It's a great way to support my channel. Again, I emphasize it again and again. This is an independent YouTube channel, so it's your viewership and your support that enables me to continue to grow. I don't have a marketing budget. I don't have a marketing team. This is an independent YouTube channel. I'm not part of a multi-channel network. Nothing wrong with people that are, but I'm not. I'm independent. So again, it's your support that enables me to continue to grow. And a reminder to everyone, check out all my videos and the thanks, the super thanks icon that's now below all my videos. You can choose to click the thanks button below any of my videos, and you can choose to support my channel. Really awesome that I finally got that enabled. I know YouTube's had it for a while, but for whatever reason, my channel was a little bit slower to get that feature, and it was just recently implemented. So anyway, walking through some hay, man. Hey, how's it going? Hey, there's hay on the ground. So yeah, yep, a lot of cool stuff coming to the channel, and a bunch, stay tuned for this, a bunch of Chef Irix Guy videos. I mean, you haven't seen anything yet, man. I mean, I've got a portfolio full of food, dude. A bunch of food, man. A bunch of cooking videos. Some recipes that are healthy, some that are just taste good. You know, keeping budget in mind, keeping cost in mind. You know, that's going to be one of the primary focuses, is how to create very tasty, very satisfying meals that doesn't cost a lot. You know, how do you do that? So that's going to be one of Chef Irix Guy's mini challenges during 2022, is, you know, how to produce those meals. You know, meals that, you know, you get the impression that it's a, you know, a 4 or 5 star dinner, but in reality it didn't cost that much. So that's going to be a popular genre of videos here. So that's, you know, those are coming. And yeah, man, just good stuff. So appreciate y'all's viewership. I'm gonna, let's see, I burned 311 calories, which isn't great, but it's not bad. I'm gonna do some strength training and get some tone, you know, tone the muscles, because you gotta, if all you do is cardio, you don't get the toning. And the toning is important, not just because, well, it makes you look like you're in good shape, but also the toning, which you may not realize, is that combined with cardio, that when you do strength training, you know, you're not only tearing and then letting your muscles heal, you know, to give you that ripped look, but you're also, you know, when you sleep, because you've done, you know, you've done strength training as well as cardio. When you sleep, the act of those muscles healing after the strength training, you know, that's also burning more calories. So if you do cardio alone, you're not getting the benefit of toning. So, you know, you can, from cardio alone, you can lose weight. You know, you can reduce the size, you know, your waistline size. You know, you can do that. But if you don't do the strength training, you don't have the tone. So basically, to put it in plain English, you know, if you do a lot of cardio, you can be very lean, but just because you're lean, you can be lean and flabby looking. And, you know, versus, you know, if you don't do cardio, you know, fat and flabby. So you can be lean and flabby or fat and flabby. But if you do strength training and cardio, then you can get that really ripped, really cut physique, you know, where you look like a, you don't have to go to the extreme. I mean, if you do a lot of heavy weight and high reps, you know, you can bulk up. And the thing is, if you're going for that, if you want to be a bodybuilder, that's cool. You know, that's everybody's up to what they want to do. But if you want to get the ripped, cut, and lean look, you know, you do what I do, and I'm going to be doing a lot of videos pertaining to this. I do a lot of, I do 3 sets and, you know, a lot of reps. You know, every set has reps in it, repetitions. So, you know, I do that, but not a lot of weight. You know, I do a moderate amount of weight. That way I do bulk up a little bit, but, you know, I don't do so much weight that I, you know, my muscles become huge, because I don't want to be huge. But what I do want is, you know, to be ripped and have, you know, well-defined muscles all over. And there's a balancing act between, you know, the cardio, the strength training, the amount of weight, the amount of sets and reps. There's a lot to this. And diet's important too. And, you know, again, I'm not going to be the diet guy that says, hey man, you know, you got to eat this, you got to eat that, you can't eat this. You know, I'm never going to tell people you can't eat something. You know, eat whatever you want. You know, my thing is, like I said, I mean, I just ate a bunch of chicken wings. Well, that's good, because it's a lot of protein. I got a lot of protein. Now, sure, in some of the sauce I used, I got some sugar. Sugar in moderation, I don't think it's bad. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a dietitian. You know, this is not medical or fitness advice. It's just for entertainment purposes only. But, you know, I mean, there's ways to achieve it. And my best advice, it's just, and it's something that's absent in society today, is just common sense. You know, use common sense. If this, then that. So if your diet consists of chicken and steak and pork chops and shrimp and that sort of stuff, and you're working out, you know, strength training and cardio, and you're not getting the results you want, try modifying your diet. You know, maybe you don't eat a lot of meat, and try to add more meat. That's where you're getting the protein. You know, you're getting that. Well, if you're not really getting enough, you know, consider some of these protein shakes. You know, add a protein shake. Doesn't have to be every day. See, I use protein shakes, but there for a while I was doing a protein shake after every workout, and there's a balance. You don't want, you know, every body type is different, and everybody's workout routine is different. So you don't want something that is going to, you know, if you don't want to bulk up, if you want to get ripped, you may not need that protein shake every day. I mean, I do a protein shake every few days or so, you know, just to get some additional protein. But I found when I was doing it every day, I was bulking up too much. And again, my objective is not to bulk up too much. My objective is to just get ripped, you know, to be very, very lean in the waist. You know, have defined pecs, pectoral muscles, have defined latissimus dorsi, the lats, have defined triceps. You know, just have good definition, but not be huge. You know, just be able to, you know, have a good, have a good physique. So, but yeah, a lot of fitness videos coming here soon, and that's, you know, I'll openly share a lot of my fitness routines and dietary routines. Again, just for entertainment purposes only. You know, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a personal trainer. I'm not, you know, anything like that. I'm a guy that likes to cook and eat and work out and wants to stay lean and ripped. So, you know, that's the thing. So, you know, there's no tomfoolery here. I mean, this is just what it is. So I'll be working on those videos. Appreciate y'all tuning in. I've done my cardio, I think, for the day, and I'm gonna go eat some more chicken wings, and I will see y'all later. Again, don't forget, I've got super thanks available on all of my videos now, so you can choose to do a super thanks on any or all of my videos if you want to. Great way to support the channel. Thanks for y'all's viewership. Y'all have a good weekend. Stay tuned for another live show soon. See you later.